Hello and welcome back to Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade with your host, your girl, your bestie, your older sis, Lily Kincade. Hello, you guys, this is episode 28. I was looking through all of the episodes today and going through them all. And I'm like, how are we at 28? You guys, we've been doing this for over half a year. And I just want to say thank you for continuing to listen to these. I hope that these, make you feel less alone in life and show you that, we're all just kind of figuring it out. I don't really think that anybody has it all figured out, but that's okay. Because that means we get to grow and we get to learn and we get to do new things. I'm coming to you again from Los Angeles. I'm still here. I know I've been here for a while. I can't wait to go back to Nashville though and write there. I always get different vibes. I've been writing here a lot and I think I'm going to make some more videos kind of showing my writing process just because it's super fun and I've just been writing a bunch for fun. My little update, life update, the new music is taking longer than expected, but you know what? I'm just trusting the timing. It did make me really anxious for a period and I was like, you know what? Why am I rushing this? I've written these songs and I've already waited so long and I've put a lot of time into the production and the lyrics, a couple weeks, coming out a couple weeks later than anticipated. Why am I being anxious over that? I'm trusting that it's all going to come out in just the right timing. And in the meantime, I'm making cool things. I'm making videos and I can't wait to share with you guys. I promise, you guys, the Discord Kincadians, all of the people, the OGs, every single one of you, you will be the first to know, okay? I promise. And I'm working on making some special cards and things to send out to you. And so, good things take time. And this next song is it's really good. It's really good. Anyways, wanted to catch up on that. I'm currently, I said I'm on the floor in LA. I'm in LA, but you guys, if you're watching the video version, I'm wearing my glitter eyeshadow. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've really worn glitter eyeshadow. I was doing a princess party this morning. You're like, Lily, what's a princess party? I was a princess. I was Ariel today for some 4-year-olds and it was so fun and I just love it. And I, of course, wore purple eyeshadow and I was like, you know what? I feel like I found myself again. Was it really that easy? All I had to do was put back on my glitter and now I'm I feel like myself again. I feel like I'm ready. I was like, I'm an international superstar the second I put the purple glitter on. Anyways, that's what I've been doing today. Yeah, just catching you up. I have some notes here. Today's topic, as I was saying, as I was looking through and realizing that this is episode 28, wild. I'm not sure when the season's going to end. Maybe episode 30. We'll see what's kind of going on because I want to make sure I'm every episode you guys are getting something from. So like I always say, if there's something you want to tell me or have questions on, please let me know. You can DM me on Instagram anytime or do it in the comment section, do it in the little box section in Spotify for podcasts, whatever. But I read them all. But also too, if this has impacted you, let me know because I'm telling you guys, it makes me cry. I screenshot them and I show my mom and she screenshots them. Every time you say something, it's not like it really does mean a lot to me. So I just wanted to say thank you. I read it all. So use this as an encouragement, not just for me, reaching out to me of something, but to anybody in your life or your friends. If they do something nice, even your parents, even a teacher, could be a cousin, don't ever feel weird about telling somebody I'm really proud of you. That really helped me, or thank you for doing that. It goes a long way. It goes such a long way. Thank you so much. It goes such a long way. Anyways, today's episode, as I was saying, I was going through the podcast, kind of seeing, okay, what have we not talked about really? And also what am I currently feeling? And so today's topic is going to be about envy and the gift of envy. Envy is not necessarily a good emotion, but emotions you can't classify emotions good or bad. To be honest, most emotions are neutral and it's what you do with it. You have to feel things, you have to feel things. It's not good to be happy all the time because then it's are you really happy or are you just covering it up with this false positivity, But okay. I've been having just some FOMO, it's Coachella weekend and, that's why the envy started to come up and I was like, this is the perfect topic to talk about. But to start off every episode, we have a quote. I have my journal because I take notes. I prepare for these. You guys, I do research. I know you may think I'm just rambling, but sometimes I feel like it's hard to articulate my thoughts. That's why I'm a songwriter. But, In another life, I was an inspirational speaker. So maybe part of my heart still does that. But I have 2 quotes for you. The first one is, "There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." That is by William Shakespeare. And that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, everything in life is neutral. Emotions are neutral. And it's like what you do with the emotion that makes it good or bad. So I'm going to show you how to make envy, which is, maybe not the most comfortable feeling to have. I'm going to show you how it actually is a gift. And when you really take if you listen to this and you get out a notebook or you get out your phone and you start taking notes, I promise you, like, you are going to do amazing things. Like, I promise you. Okay, I have one more quote because I couldn't pick. I found another one that was really good, so I wanted to share that. "When we look inward, not outward, we can dismantle the parts of our personalities that have controlled us for so long, such as anger, jealousy, vindictiveness, superiority, or inferiority." And that is by Gary Zukov, I believe. Anyways, I just wanted to read those quotes because I was like, wow, exactly. So like today, we're going to talk about how to use your envy. Because don't lie, you've been envious of somebody, and okay, envy and jealousy get very intertwined. And I feel like I used to have the wrong definition, and then I was like, no, that's right. I don't know. Either way, I always would get them confused. I would get envy and jealousy confused constantly. And I'm like, why am I getting these confused? But I did a lot of research today, and I read so many definitions trying to like simplify it because it still was confusing. And I found out the best way to describe the difference, because I feel like we often use jealousy as a term for something that should not be called jealousy. It should be called envy. And I think there's a lot of songs and things that use the wrong terminology of jealousy. So that's probably why. But the dictionary definition, envy is like, I want your thing. So envy is like between 2 people, or like, that's a good way to look at it. It's like, I want that. I want that. I want that purse that you have. Jealousy is, I don't want to lose my thing. Like, oh my gosh, like, you're getting so much attention. I don't want to lose my attention. It's not, jealousy isn't something that you don't have, if that makes sense. Like, jealousy is like, I don't want to lose this. Jealousy is like, I don't want to lose what I have. I don't want it taken away from me, if that makes sense. So like, oftentimes 3 people. So it's like, oh, I'm so jealous. Like, this girl's getting more attention than my boyfriend, then this person's giving me, then my boyfriend's giving me. Like, if that makes sense. So like, today we're talking about envy, which is, I want that. I want what you have. So this is like going to cover what to do when you feel envious. And that can be about a thing, a place, a job, a person, anything, an emotion. It can be about anything. And this is kind of like my method that I use, because honestly, like, you would be very surprised the amount of people that don't know what they want to do with their life. And if we sit and if you apply these principles, like I work on doing, it's a superpower. Like, envy tells you exactly what you want. Do you realize that? Anytime you're envious of something, there's a reason why you're envious. And it's always like they say, oh, when you have an argument, it's not about the argument, it's about the deeper emotion. It's same with envy. You're not envious about that person's purse. It's just a bag. You probably wouldn't it's not life or death. You're probably envious of like what you think that purse represents. Like, oh, it's the security that they have because they had enough money to buy the purse, and it makes them feel calm. They don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck. It's deeper. Look, already wisdom. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's the Pisces in me. It's us Piscean. Truly. And maybe I feel like a magical Pisces. Maybe I'm like a rainbow Pisces or something, like, because I'm on the cusp. Like, did you guys know for the longest time I thought I was an Aquarius? One day I have beef with Snapchat. And then one day when they want to do work with me, Snapchat, you keep saying I'm an Aquarius. I'm not an Aquarius. And it says it really big. And I don't like it because I have things in Aquarius, but I'm not an Aquarius. Fix it, Snapchat. If you ever see this, fix it. I'm a Pisces. I'm 0 degrees Pisces. Anyways, I'm getting really into it. I think it's the glitter, you guys. Okay. But yeah, okay, that's the difference between them. So we're talking about envy. And okay, let me look at my notes. Yeah, so now we're just kind of open up. We're just kind of chatting, your older sister here, your bestie here. It's Coachella weekend, and I've been seeing a lot of my friends go to these parties. And I will say, when I was younger, my FOMO was a million times worse because I did not understand. I just wasn't emotionally as mature as I am now. And I'm in a year, sorry, my headphones are driving me crazy with this little hair here. I already know, like, in a year, I'm going to be 10 times more emotionally mature than I am now. So obviously, every day we keep growing. We're always growing. We're always having fun. But I was just seeing everyone at Coachella and then seeing Lana perform, and I'm like, oh, I wish I was there. Like, I wish I was invited to these things. I wish I want to be playing at that stage. I want to be doing that. And part of it is hard because I'm like, there's things you can do, but something I've learned that's so important, listen up, is you can't outrun or like out hide a feeling. You know that phrase, like, you can't outrun a bad diet? Like, you can't out-work out if you had a bad diet. It's kind of the same with emotions. Like, you can't just paper over your emotions, and like, you can't out-feel a bad emotion by not feeling it, or by feeling like an abundance of good ones, because eventually it's like that high is going to wear off and you're going to be stuck with the emotion. It's going to be 10 times worse because you never dealt with it. So like, I let myself feel the jealousy. I let myself journal it out, like, oh, I wish I was there. Like, I feel so left out, blah, blah, etc. Like, feel it. Whatever it is that you want, feel it. Oh, I really wanted that promotion. Feel it. Like, journal it out. Talk to a therapist. Whatever you have to do. Get it out. Do a painting. Write a song. I write a lot of songs about like getting my emotions out. But that's how I was kind of feeling. I was like, oh, and I know I will, but this is how I'm kind of breaking that down, and it kind of helps me. Like, I'm gonna use like the me performing at Coachella. Like, I want to be performing at Coachella. I keep looking over here because if you know, over here I have my wall of printouts that I made, because that is going to be me shortly. Everything I do, like, I feel like I finally tapped into this, because I think the more specific your goals are, the better, actually. Like, they've done studies, but also too, I think it's just easier to have a defined goal that's like your overall goal, and then that kind of filters into your other goals, and then you have like little ones too underneath that. But mine is like, I am performing for millions of people, the world's biggest crowds, inspiring them and healing them and letting them know through my stories and my lyrics that they're not alone. And so everything I kind of do is from a place of that. And so I have these printouts of some pictures that inspire me to look at constantly. Like, I have the Hollywood Bowl, which is one of my like dream places to play a sold out sunset show. We have Coachella. We have Nissan Stadium. We have Crypto Arena. We have Red Rocks. We have tons of other beautiful, stunning theaters. And yeah, so I just always look at that. But that's kind of the example I'll be using, just to kind of show you my method. But the first step is like, just know you can't undo it. So like, what's that phrase? It's like, pick up your bootstraps, pick it, like, let's go and let's dive into it. Don't run away. Don't be a little scaredy cat. I believe in you. You can get stuff done, right? I believe in you. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. You can overcome this, and you're gonna use this, because the majority of people don't use this. You guys realize that, like, envy, so many people don't know what they want in life. And even me, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what to do. I'm so overwhelmed. Envy is telling you what you want. Okay. So the first step is, step 1, identify what is making you feel that way. Like, identify it. Identify it at the first level. Like, I want a boyfriend. Like, if one of your friends is a boyfriend, not even like one of your friends, but more of like I want to have a partner in life. I want somebody to like do life with. Okay. What's the deeper level? So like, if it was a boyfriend, it's not like, oh, I want a boyfriend. I mean, it could be that, but it's probably deeper than that. It's probably like, I want somebody to know me well. I want the security that comes with that. I want a person who's going to prioritize me just as I mutually prioritize them. Like, if you've, never had that mutual prioritization, like, it could be a million things. Like, for me, I want to be playing at Coachella. It's not like the physical Coachella, because I'd be just as happy playing at a sold out show at, Hollywood Bowl, whatever. I want to be recognized. I know is one. I want to be recognized. I want to feel like I'm using my gifts. I want to feel like I'm useful. I want to tell people they're not alone. I want to help people. Like, identify the surface level thing that it is, and then I want you to like, and journal all these things down, and then think about and go into like the second layer. So write down the first layer of the onion, peel it back, and get to that second layer of those emotions, whatever. And then step 2, after that, that's kind of step 1 and 2. But the next step is, think of how you can create that feeling in your own life. So I'll use the example of like Coachella and then like a boyfriend, or like this could be a friend, replace boyfriend with friends or a job, whatever it may be. So the Coachella thing. So my second layer was, I want to feel like I'm using my gifts. I want to feel like I'm living my purpose. I want to feel like I'm doing that. Eventually I'm going to get to Coachella, and, maybe 2025. I think it's going to be 2025. I think it's going to be 2025, you guys. I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm preparing for that. you know what? I do know. It is going to be 2025. It's going to be 2025. Next year I'll be playing at Coachella. And we'll go look back at this and be like, she knew it. And it's like, no, I didn't know it, but like God knew it and God told me, and like we just, anyways. Oh, I just love talking to you guys. Like truly, like I'm like in awe right now, just thinking about getting to meet you guys. Anyways, okay. So now we're gonna like think about how we can get that feeling. So in the meantime, how can I feel recognized, like I'm living my purpose, like I'm helping people, like I'm getting to pursue my passion? Well, yeah, I'm not performing at Coachella, but is there something I could do right now to reach out to people? I could go live on a platform and be performing live. I could record some videos and release some of me playing some songs. I could, chat with you guys. I could find local places around to play. I could sit and write a song and feel purposeful. I could go volunteer. Like there's a lot of other ways I could feel like I'm using my purpose. I could teach somebody music, but mainly like, yes, there's other ways I can get those feelings right now. So I want you to make a list. And if it's like the boyfriend scenario, I want somebody who mutually prioritizes me. So some ways you might be able to get those feelings is like really do an inventory of your life. Go to your friends. Are you putting too much energy in people who aren't doing the same for you? Like assess it, because if you want to have good people in your life, you're going to have to eliminate and have space for good people in your life. So maybe assess things, maybe, set some boundaries to, only spend time with people who really value you. Like you're going to have to kind of brainstorm and come up with these things, even with jobs, if it's like, oh, I want to be doing this job because it's like, it's going to help so many people and it's going to be so like awesome. And I just love it. And I would get to like lead teams and be a big leader. Okay. So how can you be a leader now? Think about it. How can you be a leader now? Even if it's not in your job description, is there something you could start? Could you do a little extra? I feel like in the beginning stages, like we have to do more work. And I also think like, then we appreciate it too, once we get to that more successful stage, Okay. So after that, the next step 3-ish, I believe, is make a plan of action. Make a plan of action in the meantime, as you get to the big thing you want, by implementing the thing that we just said. So I'm making a plan of action to be performing at Coachella, and I will. And, in the meantime, I'm going to be doing all the little plans. Say it was like you wanted the boyfriend. Say you wanted a boyfriend, not even like the boyfriend, like I said, the second layer of the onion. You want that mutual partnership. You want somebody to do life with. You want a supporter. You want a mutual, a person to grow with who inspires you. Okay, so what are some plans of action you can take until you get that thing? You could, I'm going to put myself out there and say yes to any dates that I get asked out on. Instead of being worried or anxious, I'm going to say yes. And, part of that is knowing it's going to be a little uncomfortable, but uncomfortability is how we grow. And if I want to get to that end goal, that's what we have to do. It could be, I'm going to start taking myself out on a date where I go to dinner and I'm not on my phone. I just bring a book and I have that space and that energy of like going out on a date. Or, I'm going to get on the dating apps, or I'm going to get off the dating apps and spend more time out. I'm going to reach out to friends and family and just let them know that I'm dating now. And if they ever think of somebody to set me up on a blind date, take those steps of action and just break them down, write them down. I promise you, like when you write things down, it just makes it more real. When it's on paper, it's so much more real. And like it helps, at least my brain. I'm like, it doesn't feel real to me until I write it down. Same with to-do list. I literally have to write, I have like things on my phone, like I do a little reminders list, but I still do a to-do list every day in my journal. This is a rambling, it's late. I've been up for a long time, but I love it. But yeah, it's really simple. Like those are kind of the 3 steps that I do and I'm working on doing. And I wanted to share with you guys just to like reinforce that, you can turn these feelings that are just feelings, they're not good or bad, into something actually amazing. And like, it can actually help you find a goal. How amazing is that? Like, how many people don't know what they want to do with their life, or they don't know what they want? You automatically know what you want. You just have to look at it the right way and break it down in the right way. So do this, rewind if you need to. And to wrap this up, if there's something and you're like, I can't do this, like I'm stuck, find a way to like, for the time being, to tune that out, whether that be, you go off social media because it's like really getting to you and putting you in a negative mindset, seeing this and having FOMO about this. Or it could be like going off the dating apps, or it could be, I'm going to just start applying for new jobs because this work environment is not good and I just don't feel like I could grow here. Whatever it may be, like listen to yourself, But also know that nothing good is easy. I'm telling myself that right now too. Nothing good is easy. Like, it's going to be hard, and it's hard to be you, but nobody else could be you. And, you know, all of this is making you stronger. It's not wasted time. All of this is literally right. God is writing your story as we speak. He's writing your hero's journey. A hero has to go through all the trials and tribulations before it can come out on top, you know? But yeah, you know, it's all up to you. Like, in conclusion, it's up to you. It's up to us how we view things. And we can change our perspective. And now when I see all these beautiful pictures of Coachella, of Lana, and all my favorite artists who inspire me, I'm just, instead of being like, oh, I wish I was doing that. You know what? I am doing that, and I will be doing that. And I'm inspired. I'm inspired by that. When I used to, whenever, like, I'm single right now, but when I used to see people dating, this was when I was younger, when I was single, not recently, but I used to be like, oh my gosh, like, I wish I was in a relationship and I had a partner to go through life with, and I had whatever. And I used to be like bitter. I used to be like angry because I was like, I want that. And now I'm like, you know what? I see it as a sign. I'm like, you know what? If it's out there for them, it's out there for me. It's coming to me, you know? Anyways, all about perspective. But yeah, there's gifts of envy. So these are the gifts of envy that I wanted to share with you. And the gift of it is, like, you get to figure out, you know what you want. You just have to create a plan, and you have a goal now. But anyways, I hope this episode liked you. No, I hope you, my beautiful listener, liked this episode. If you did, share it with a friend, you know, spread the love, share it with a friend. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on everything. Instagram, TikTok, X. We have it all. We truly do. You know, we're just hustling. We're in that hustle season. Like I said, it's going to be hard right now, but we're everywhere. So not we're. Just me. I'm everywhere. But follow me. You can DM me on Instagram literally anytime, or Twitter, whatever you have, okay? Just wanted to say you're not alone, and I hope you like this. And also, if you're randomly stumbling across this and don't know who I am, I'm a singer. I'm a storyteller, a singer. I'm just here. I'm human. I'm a writer. Whatever. Long story short, yeah, you can listen to my music. I have currently 19 songs out everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, what else is there? Google, whatever it is, everywhere. So listen to my music and let me know. Real is probably my most popular song, but, you know, if you want to cry at my funeral is good. I've been listening to LA Doesn't Miss Me a lot, and Historic, probably because it's like summertime. But anyways, to close off, we say the affirmation passed down to me by my second grade teacher. And this is just one of my favorite things to say, and I hope it becomes one of your favorite things to say as well. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I am confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life.